that they appear, on the news agenda. The change is structural. Now you have to acknowledge, local voices, so much so that Bangkok people begin to have deep fear. So many languages, and that's a revolution in itself already. And this is unearthing a lot of fear of the elite, of the middle class, of the educated.
We were told that there's a certain amount of corruption around the building and selling of transmitters. Is that correct, that members of the public service with experience and expertise sell these transmitters, make money, there's a bit of a kickback?
Well, that's how the story goes. Of course, they see this as an opportunity.
Vishan Un-uk, who chairs the Federation of Community Radio Stations, says that although there are 6,500 stations here, only about 200 are proper community stations run by volunteers. For the rest, just under 5,000 are commercial, earning money through advertising, but declared as community stations to avoid paying tax. 1,000 are religious, and the military have around 400. It is boom time. Everybody's at it. As to those all-important transmitters, Vishan continues Ubenrat's story.
It's illegal to import or own your own transmitter unless you're a government employee. There have been reports that the people who used to work in the department relevant to radio resigned from their jobs as public servants to do the business of transmitter selling. You can make a lot of money.
But the fact that the transmitters, although widely in use, remain illegal means the government can conveniently shut down any station whenever it wants to.
My name is Tevi. I'm the owner of the radio station, FM 89.25.
Tevi calls herself 4U Radio, operating in Chiang Mai, a few hundred miles to the north of Bangkok. She was threatened with being shut down. But everybody knows everybody else here. Tevi got wind the police were coming, gave all her equipment away, and even organised the taking down of the 30-metre radio mast from the roof of a block of flats.
I moved everything out. I've been waiting for them to come and charge me because I don't want to run away. I waiting for 2 months. They didn't come. I tell them, come now, so I can go home. They walk up here, 5, 6 people. I open the door. I don't want them to think that I'm running away. So when they came, they see only me sitting here with a table.
So, having finally managed to get arrested by 6 extremely polite policemen, Tevi goes along to the police station.
I tell them, I'm fighting for the democracy. I didn't do anything. So the police said, I have to fire you then. I said, I don't want to go to jail. I said, so fire me, charge me. But don't charge me a lot because I have no money. So they did.
How much did they fine you?
500 baht. The minimum for me because I'm the good person.
You must have charmed them.
Number 1, I'm old. Number 2, they investigate already. That's why they charge me this. And then the equipment came from the donation. I cannot keep it. So I give to another group of the red shirt. And don't ask me because I'm not going to tell you, even though you put me in jail or kill me.
When do you hope to be broadcasting again?
After it cool down a little bit.
The indomitable Tewi Chamnanarsa, mother of 3, red shirt, station director of the popular 4U radio as was in Chiang Mai, and policeman's nightmare. On the other side of town, in a suburban street, is a yellow shirt station, FM 94. On November 26, 2008, a senior politician from Thaksin's party was due to visit Chiang Mai. And what happens next clearly illustrates how things can go terribly wrong here. Station co-director Anne.
ช่วงเหตุการณ์ตอนนั้นก็คือเราก็ได้คือเราไม่ได้มีการชุมนุมเลยนะคะ
We weren't having any demonstrations then, no rallies, just normal discussions and linking live to the news from ASTV, the headquarters. And then the Minister Shamshai, he was Taksim's nominee number 1. He came to Chiang Mai to the airport, and all the red shirt stations asked their supporters to go and welcome him. And our village is on the way from the airport, and a lot of red shirts came and blocked the street. And then they broadcast more on the radio, and they'd been drinking alcohol all day, and a lady got shot. She needed to go to the hospital straight away. So my father-in-law tried to drive his car through the crowd on the main street, and all the Reds got angry because of the alcohol. And they started to smack the windows of the car and throw rocks, and then they shot him with a gun and a knife, and he died immediately.
What, I ask Anne, is the difference between the red and the yellow shirt stations?
The difference between us is that we cannot say, you are lying, but we have the tape. We have the evidence.
The tape is the news feed from Asia Satellite TV, what Anne earlier called headquarters, the yellow shirt TV station. The tape that gave red shirt stations their news feed was People's TV, until it was closed down. Just around another corner, we call in at the huge deserted Grand Wararat Hotel and find this. This is Lover 51 Radio. 4 men in room 401 discussing fortune telling. I guess you can't do politics all day. This is a red shirt station. I asked the station lawyer Muntri Promwanit the same question I asked Anne about difference. I get this unexpected reply.
We had a rally, and one of the soldiers there, trying to control the crowd, has a wife who's a red shirt protester, and they just argued all day at the rally. But then they went home in the evening and ate dinner and didn't talk about politics at all. That's the reality here. Police, soldiers, they all come from local families, and they have to do their own job, their own duty. So everybody here, they do their job, but we don't have any violence. In Chiang Mai, we never have a standoff, we don't fight or beat each other up, we don't crack down with violence like in other places. We've never had that in Chiang Mai.
We know that this isn't true, given that someone was shot dead here in Chiang Mai 2 years ago. Out in the countryside in Lamphun province, I also meet DJ Run, who directs a successful 91.25. I now rather obsessively ask him how he achieves balance.